Hello, I'm Alvin Williams, and this is the Vertical Entertainment Report. Last Sunday, we looked at the size of the entire vertical entertainment industry, billions of dollars, multiple global markets, and rapid growth across mobile-first storytelling. Today, we do the opposite. One show, one budget, one return. The show is called The Divorced Billionaire Heiress. It was reportedly produced for under $200,000 and reportedly earned about $35 million in North America. Those numbers have become some of the most quoted figures in vertical entertainment, but they are also some of the least explained. So today, we're going to break down what happened, why it happened, what the odds really are, and what creators should actually learn from it. Before we talk about money, then let's look at the title. The Divorced Billionaire Heiress. That title is doing a lot of work, divorced. That tells us someone has been wronged. Billionaire. That tells us wealth, power, and fantasy are part of the world. Heiress. That tells us there may be a secret identity or an underestimated woman who is far more powerful than people realize. In just 3 words, the title gives the audience sympathy, fantasy, revenge, and transformation. That is not an accident. That is genre engineering. Earlier in our series, we discussed the core US microdrama audience. A major portion of that audience includes women between 30 and 60. Many of these viewers respond strongly to stories about betrayal, recognition, justice, and underestimated women finally winning. That means the title is not just a name, it's a promise. Before a viewer ever watches the first episode, they already understand the emotional contract. Someone was humiliated, someone was underestimated, and by the end, someone is going to rise. That is exactly the kind of emotional engine this format knows how to monetize. Now let's talk about the numbers. Industry reporting has repeatedly stated that The Divorced Billionaire Heiress was produced for less than $200,000 and reportedly earned around $35 million in North America. That would represent a return of more than 100 times production cost. But here's an important note. The $35 million figure is widely reported, but not based on audited public financial statements. Vertical platforms often disclose selectively. Hit numbers become headlines. Quiet failures do not. So VEN News treats this figure as industry reported, not independently audited. That distinction matters because understanding what kind of number you're looking at is part of understanding this business. So how does a show with a budget under $200,000 reportedly earn tens of millions? It wasn't one thing, it was a system. Let's break it down. First, the cost floor was low. In traditional television, a show might need to recover tens of millions before anyone talks about profit. Here, the break-even line was dramatically lower. Second, the audience match was strong. The story was built around the wronged woman wins fantasy, one of the most reliable emotional engines in the category. Third, the show generated strong advertising clips, divorce confrontation, secret identity reveal, public humiliation, power reversal. Those moments are not only story beats, they are marketing assets. Every explosive scene can become a 30-second ad. Fourth, the monetization model did its job. Hooks pulled viewers in. Free episodes built investment. The paywall landed at peak curiosity. Cliffhangers converted emotion into payment. That is the vertical drama machine, working exactly as designed. Now comes the most important part of this report. Most shows are not this show, not even close. Vertical entertainment works on portfolio economics. That means a platform produces many shows, knowing most will perform modestly, some will underperform, and a rare few will break out. Those breakouts help pay for everything else. This is similar to mobile gaming, and in some ways, similar to old Hollywood. Not every movie becomes a blockbuster. Not every vertical drama becomes the divorced billionaire heiress. That's why we have to talk about something called survivorship bias. You hear about the winner because it won. You don't hear as much about the dozens of shows made around the same time, that earned modest returns or failed quietly. So yes, 100 to 1 return is possible, but it is rare. And any serious creator or investor must understand both truths. The upside is real, the odds are not automatic. But don't make the opposite mistake either. This is not just a lottery. Lottery tickets are identical, shows are not. Breakout vertical dramas often share visible craft patterns, a title that works as an advertisement, a clear emotional promise, a paying audience match, strong hooks, strong cliffhangers, a smart paywall, ad-friendly scenes, efficient production. None of these guarantee success, but every one of them improves the odds. And in a business built on volume, improving the odds matters. Here is the lesson I think creators should take seriously. Do not build your career plan around one jackpot. Build your career plan around becoming reliable. Platforms need writers, producers, directors, actors, and crews who can deliver on time, on budget, in the format, with strong hooks, clean cliffhangers, and episodes that keep audiences watching. A modest first show can still be valuable. It gives you clips, experience, proof, relationships, data, and a finished season. The real prize of your first vertical drama may be the second one, and the third, and the fourth. Because in a volume business, reliability is currency. Here's the VEN analysis. The famous numbers behind the divorced billionaire heiress matter because they show what is possible. But the deeper lesson is not everyone can make $35 million. That's fantasy. The real lesson is vertical entertainment has created a business model where relatively low-cost productions can produce extraordinary upside when story, audience, marketing, and monetization all align. That possibility changes the behavior of platforms. It makes them hungry for more shows, more scripts, more actors, more producers, more production capacity. And that hunger is the opportunity, not the jackpot, the demand for content. That is where creators should focus. Next Sunday, we go behind the curtain with the full story of Real Short, how a mobile-first platform helped crack the American market, why its production model matters, and what its playbook teaches everyone entering vertical entertainment. And remember what this week proved. The studio budget is one path, but the one location indie path is real. Do you make vertical content? What would you shoot with $200,000? Or with $2,000? Send us your story. You could be featured on VEN News. I'm Alvin Williams, and this is VEN News, the global voice of vertical entertainment. We'll see you in the next report.